What's going on, my dudes? It's your boy Beardson Beardly here, and today I'm going to give you my first impressions of the Halo Infinite Flight. Uh, Played a little bit last night, maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hours or so, and honestly, that was kind of the most disappointing thing. Was that I wish I could have played more, but I just, quite frankly, got kind of bored of it. To be honest with you, playing against bots sucks. I did a stream last night and streamed this game for a while, and I mean the bots were just running in circles, jumping in place, totally avoiding me. Every match ended up being 50-8, 50-4, um, and quite frankly, it got a little tiresome to just kill bots over and over and over again. Yeah, I mean it just really put a damper on the whole experience for me, to be honest with you, and it's like I said, a total shame that people's first experience with Halo Infinite has to be in this very boring environment. But I will say this: there is a lot about the game so far that I do actually like. Okay, I'm not going to be totally negative about the Halo Infinite flight experience because I think there is a lot to like. I think I do have complaints as well. But I mean, overall, I do think the game is shaping up to be better than Halo 5. That's about as confident as I'm gonna be about this. I will say it feels like the best 343 Halo game, and I know for me personally that bar is pretty low, but it is the best feeling Halo game coming from 343. Now, things I liked about it. I liked a lot of the weapons. Honestly. There was the skewer is probably just my new favorite weapon of any video game ever, to be honest with you. I love the skewer. The skewer is like, the best way to describe it is it feels like a rocket launcher. So it's a one-shot magazine, right? One round magazine, and it's a power weapon, and it's a one-hit kill if you get a hit with it, and it just shoots a big fucking railroad spike at somebody. It's pretty badass, honestly. Like I was actually like really shocked that this was in the game, and I really really like it a lot. It's very hard to use, but it's really an incredible weapon, and I just love it. The shotgun actually felt pretty good. I will say I think the range on it probably needs to be nerfed a little bit because it's a little ridiculous even at a like mid range. I mean, this thing will 2 or 3 shot somebody with minimal effort, but it feels good. It feels really good. I was a little skeptical when I saw it in the trailers, being more of it's like semi-automatic shotgun, but no, it feels great. I actually like the shotgun a lot. The one gun that I really just want to go ahead and get this out of the way is the assault rifle. I don't like the assault rifle in Halo Infinite. Like I don't. I think it is far too accurate at range, and that it totally kind of messes up the standard Halo Infinite or the Halo meta. And it just feels ridiculous. Really, it feels ridiculous. I don't like it at all. The pistol feels fine. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel bad. It just feels like a pistol. It feels pretty standard, I guess. I don't have any complaints about it. I just think that's what you're gonna use, right? And I really just don't like the Halo assault rifle. To me, a Halo assault rifle should be a close quarters weapon, and that's kind of the whole point of the assault rifle pistol loadout. Is that the Halo assault rifle should feel really good up close, and to me it feels worse up close. Um, if you're in close quarters, I feel like the Halo assault rifle feels bad, and it feels better like a mid to long range weapon, which that's not how a Halo assault rifle should feel. But I mean, other than that, I mean, I really like most of the guns. The pulse rifle, I didn't really care for, to be honest with you. It just doesn't feel good to me personally. I've never been a big fan of Covenant weapons for the most part, anyways. Though, to be honest with you, so I just don't think that gun's for me. But I think it would be better if the fire rate was kicked up a little bit, maybe on it. Maybe it'd feel a little bit better to me. because the fire rate on it's pretty slow as compared to most other weapons, and it just doesn't do the damage that I think that it should be doing. The Needler. The Needler is not that different in this game. It feels pretty close to the original, but I would say that the needles are a little bit more focused, and honestly, I think it's a little too overpowered. I do. I think it's a little too overpowered. It's pretty ridiculous that you can pretty much just dump half a mag into somebody and explode them. But it does feel good. I mean, it feels like a solid needler. I think it feels better than the past iterations of needlers that 343's come up with. So that feels pretty good. The Heat Wave, I believe it's called, right? It's an interesting weapon. I like the fact that you can go vertically or horizontally with it. You know, shoots that big long wave of energy. It feels pretty good. It feels a little weak. Honestly, feels a little weak, but it's fine. It's a fine weapon. I like the fact that the kind of bounces and ricochets. The rounds bounce and ricochet, which is kind of cool. I think that covers most of the weapon. I don't like the sniper rifle, but I never really liked the sniper rifle in Halo anyways. I will say it's like it feels like really jarring to use for some reason. Like it feels really jarring to get like hit while you're scoped in Halo Infinite for some reason. Like it just like I feel like totally disoriented every time that it happens, and I can't like it's hard for me to like get back into the fight here. So I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, I just don't know. I'm not a sniper rifle guy really, so it's just not my cup of tea. As far as like the game itself, I mean the movement feels good. I like the movement. Movement feels fluid. It actually feels like a Halo game, but just kind of modernized and stepped up a little bit, which is really nice. But this map sucks. I don't know how else to say it. I hate this map. I don't really like the map at all. I think it's really boring. And it doesn't really provide you with anything like... There's really no vertical gameplay to it for the most part, right? Like, I thought, like, if they were to get rid of those big walls on the side of that middle hallway, I think that would be much better and have a big platform up there. But as of right now, it's basically just a 3-lane Call of Duty map, and it's boring, with a little tunnel underneath. You know, that's what it feels like, and also just the theme of the map is just really stale to me. It's like, you're in a UNSC training camp. That sucks, man. I don't know, like, it definitely... There are maps in Halo 4 and 5 that I've liked far, far better than this, okay? I'm excited to see some of the other maps they may be rolling out this weekend. From what I heard, they're going to be rolling out a new map today. I'm going to check it out and play this some more and kind of get some better impressions. These are just first impressions, like right off the rip. I plan on doing a more in-depth video about the entire flight, especially once I get my hands on some actual 4v4 Slayer multiplayer against actual real human beings, because it's really, and that's the big caveat with this whole weekend, is that it's really hard to get a really good first impression against like bots that are running in circles. Like, these aren't real matches that we're playing, you know? And that's really disappointing. It really is. That's the most disappointing thing about this whole technical flight. They're going to be stepping up the AI today up to ODST level, is what they called it. But I just don't really feel confident that I'm going to feel the same. I mean, like, every time that you pull off something really cool in the Halo Infinite technical flight, it just feels cheap, because it's like, it's a fucking bot, dude. It doesn't matter. And it's just a big black cloud over this whole experience for me. I like competitive games. I like to be competitive. I consider myself pretty good at Halo. And I went like 30-2 last night in like my second game. It's a joke. It's a joke. And it's boring. And like, if this was 4v4 Slayer against like real human beings, I probably wouldn't even be making this video right now. I'd probably still be playing it and probably having a pretty good time, to be honest with you. I do think that this is a step in the right direction for the Halo franchise. I mean, I just want to like end this with a more positive note, because I do want to like Halo. I got hair in my mouth. Ugh. Hope it's not my pube. Um, hope not. Yeah, well, but whatever. um, but I'm gonna get it. Hang on. There it is. Nope, not a pube. We're good. just a mustache here. We're golden. No, I really want to like it, and I do. I like it a little bit more than I thought that I would, because I did not like Halo 4 and I did not like Halo 5. And it is pretty good. I mean, overall, like I think it's a solid multiplayer game. And I just I want the thing I think right now where I'm at mentally with this game it is make or break status is going to be the maps for me because I'm not impressed at all with this first multiplayer map. I just think it's boring. I do. I just think it's a boring map to be honest with you, and I hope that there's a little bit more creativity involved with the rest of the multiplayer maps. I'm curious to try out some more of the other weapons and the other game modes too. Um, the other big kind of thing, elephant in the room, is this armor core system and this armor shader system. I think that sucks. I think it sucks. And I looked at that battle pass that they have included in the game, and I don't see anything cool on there except for the visors. Like it looks like why do I have to unlock a different shade of purple in the battle pass? Like it I know the game's gonna be free to play, and I do expect there to be some elements of monetization involved. But I didn't really think it was gonna be so blatant to where they're gonna start charging us for different colors for our Spartan. I hate this. I hate the system. I think it's so exploitive and cheap. I really do. And with this armor core system, it just seems like one step backwards in terms of like customization for your Spartan. Uh, like I don't really understand how Halo Reach, a game that's like what 10, 12 years old, uh, had better customization than a game that's not even been released yet. Like I don't get how these companies continue to step back in terms of customization in video games. But I mean I don't think it's like all bad really. I mean honestly with the armor core system I don't have any armor cores to play around with, so I don't really have a point of reference as to how that's gonna work exactly. I'm not optimistic about it. I mainly am talking more about the armor shaders. I think the armor shaders thing sucks, man. I do. I think it sucks, and it just reeks of like Halo 5, like types of monetization again, where they're just going to charge us for the color pink or whatever. I mean, you get some base colors that you can start off with, so it's not like that bad, right? But if it's like you have to earn the color black or this color purple and stuff like that, or in you can't just. Here's what I want. Just give me an art like a color shader, right? Like where I can just pick whichever color I want, and I can individually color whatever item that I want on my Spartan. I don't know why that's such a big deal. Why do we have to have an entire system dedicated to just the color of my Spartan? It just seems cheap. It just seems like I'm getting like flashbacks of like Destiny 2 and how they made you buy the armor shaders and those were consumed. At least these aren't consumable, so I'll give them that. Yeah, that was. I mean, it was just a shitty system. I don't like armor shaders. I just want to. I pick a color for the piece on the Spartan that I want and just customize it how I want. I don't think that's a big ask here, but they have to sell you armor shaders, right? They have to. They have to make money somehow, right? Battle pass isn't enough. Cool skins aren't enough. It's got to be down to the color. And I don't know. It just feels really cheap, and I don't like it. I don't like the system at all. I don't really want to talk about the armor core system, but I'm not optimistic about it until at least we get some hands on with it and see different armor cores in action and what they do and what they look like, etc. I will say this: I know one of the armor cores is going to be that samurai Spartan suit, and that thing does look totally fucking badass, and I want it. No joke, but at the same time, I wish it was just like different armor pieces, just like Halo Reach. I think that was. I mean, I hate to say it, but Halo Reach had the best armor customization I think in the series. And I don't even think Halo 5 fanboys can argue that I mean, Halo 5 had terrible customization. Halo 4 had just shitty looking armor. I mean, let's be real, it just didn't look that cool. And Halo Reach should be like the model. I think that every Halo game is based off of in terms of its customization and expanded upon. So I don't know. Other than that, though, I mean, there's really not much else to talk about. We're gonna wait I'm gonna wait to do another Halo video until the technical flight is done. I just mainly wanted to get first impressions out and talk about it. So, I mean, my first impression is it's fun. Asterisk. Like that's where I'm at. It'll be really this could be really fun with actual human players, but right now I'm just not having that much fun, to be honest with you. Like, it's just boring, dude. I don't know how people aren't getting bored of just killing bots. These bots are a joke. They're a joke. Maybe they'll get better today with the update, with them bumping up the difficulty to ODST level, but I just doubt it. It just feels cheap, you know? It just feels cheap, and I'm just not, it's really detracting from the experience for me. So, anyways, that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think if you're in the Halo technical preview, and I don't really care. Fuck you guys. Eat shit. Bye.